Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to continue reviewing Britney Spears' entire catalog with her second album, Oops, I Did It Again. There isn't really too much leading off to this album either. I'll say this, when you got a working formula, you stick with it. And another thing I should mention is, when you have momentum, you gotta keep the train rolling. That's why Oops, I Did It Again was one of the most anticipated albums of the year 2000. Now, did the album live up to the hype? Stay tuned and find out. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Okay, just like the previous album, the album starts off with the title track, and this has been described as Britney's signature song, but sadly I am not crazy about it. It mostly boils down to overplay because, again, it's her signature song. I hear it everywhere. Content is her teasing her partner into thinking that she's into him, only to realize he's fooled by Britney. Here goes, the song implies that she played this love game before. It's not a bad song, I get why it works for Britney fans, it just didn't work for me. Maybe because she put out better, like Stronger, which is the strongest song on the album. Now I got hints that this is a sequel to Baby One More Time, because in that song she said, "My loneliness is killing me." But now a year has passed, her loneliness ain't killing me no more. Yeah, double negative. And that's what she tells her partner, or ex in this case. She tells him that, "I'm stronger today than I was yesterday." And add on to a more aggressive Max Martin production, you get the strongest song on the album. This is great and definitely recommended. For Don't Go Knocking on My Door, there's a lot of Y2K elements in this song, as this song highlights that Britney's moved on from her ex, and so far from this album, there are several themes of breakup. I'll say this is a good Britney album cut as she sounds good here, but after the song she is gossiping about her ex and how she can't satisfy her, and this promptly segue us to Get No Satisfaction, which is a Rolling Stones cover, and we're introduced to a new character in this arc named Darkchild. He's done many Y2K sounds with Monica and Destiny's Child, but they've been hit or miss, and it's sad that I know this cover more for the VMA performance than the actual song, and the song is not that good. Most issues mostly come from me being too familiar with the Rolling Stones original, and second comes with Darkchild, who decides to make this a dance tune. I know a lot of rock heads share the same sentiment, but I think this one is a big skip. For Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know, Vulnerable Britney returns for this slow burn, and I didn't know this at the time, but the song was co-written by Shania Twain, and I think she'll be better selling this than Britney would. AI, can y'all please get on that? And while Britney herself does sound good, I think the production's not that strong. Again, not a bad song, but after listening to it over and over, I came to the conclusion that this song should be a lot better than what it was. All I'll say. Okay, I know Max Martin didn't produce this song, but why do I think this song sounds like the title track? There's a hint of laziness in this song, and it's mostly on the production. Britney is okay, but not spectacular. All in all, it feels like filler. Britney does get away with the issues, but there's not that much that wow me in this song. Just for Lucky, Britney dives into her storytelling. She tells a story about an actress named Lucky. She has everything, success, money, accolades, but in her loneliest hour, she isn't happy with it all. And yes, we do have stock Max Martin production, but the content is very deep, showing everyone that money can't buy you happiness, and I can simply say that this is another highlight on the album. Okay, the singles are done here, and the rest of the album are just album cuts. And this is a song that I'm not too crazy about. Britney is singing about how she received one kiss with her crush, and after said kiss, she's envisioning her future with this crush. And this is another song that I feel like it will fit more of Radio Disney on how bubblegummy the song sounds and feels. Now the one redeeming factor is that the song is mildly catchy, and with the content, okay, it may be relatable for the time, just not me. Where Are You Now is a ballad, but I don't think this is vulnerable Britney. I think that the production is very gentle, and she's trying to locate her ex to see how he's been, and Britney wants to meet up with him, and the purpose is this to find closure. Normally these ballads work for me. I don't know how I feel about this. I will say that Britney belting in the end is kinda cringe, but as is, I guess it's okay. Okay, why did this song remind me of Everyone by the Backstreet Boys? Well, Kristen London produced both songs, so there's that. And Britney highlighted that even though she has a crush on you, I can't make you love me if you don't. And since I liked Everyone by the Backstreet Boys, I guess the song is fine, but I just wish it was more distinct. Just for When Your Eyes Say It, it's a Diane Warren song, so I came in here with lofty expectations given that I'm a huge fan of her songwriting. But I don't think the song gets there. And I hate to say it, this might be the most boring Diane Warren song I've heard. If it wasn't for the strings on the bridge, the song would be even more boring than it already was. So you know what? I am kind of disappointed in this one. But the song then goes into another conversation mode, and this segues us to the final song on the Dear Diary, and it's the first song where Britney has a writing credit. And according to Spears, the song is about a past experience where she reveals that she has a crush on this guy but is unsure if the guy feels the same way about her. She also states that because of this, she lacks the confidence to tell him her true feelings, so she confides in her diary. And this is another one of those songs where if you grew up in the era, it'll probably connect with you more. As is, given that Britney's first writing credit, she didn't do a bad job. I actually think it's okay. And that concludes this review. I'll say she improved with this album. I could tell there was more confidence with this project. Even the album cuts were better than her previous, and because of this, I'll give this album a high 7 out of 10 ranking. As again, it's a huge improvement for her debut album, and I think she found herself. Sadly, I am biting my words here because her next album, Britney, she'll leave behind the teen pop sound to explore more hip hop and R&B productions. And that pretty much concludes the Oops I Did It Again review. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. What are some of your favorite songs from this album? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.